Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today is also an important topic. We will today discuss effect of depth on acceleration due to gravity. In previous class, we have seen effect of altitude on acceleration due to gravity. We have seen that acceleration due to gravity decreases when we move above the surface of Earth. Its value goes on decreasing. At a height above the surface of Earth equal to the radius of Earth, its value becomes 1 by 4 times that of acceleration due to gravity, that value of g. We will see what will happen if we move towards the inside the earth, towards the depth of earth. That means we know that value of g is 9.81 meter per second square at the surface of earth. Please remember, it is at the surface of the earth. That means if we take here an earth here, it is having a mass m and radius r. At the value of a at the surface of earth, value of g is equal to gm divided by r square. You remember this, gm divided by r square. It is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. Okay. Now suppose this is an earth again, it is having a mass m, it is having a radius. Suppose this is the radius of the earth, radius is r. When we move towards the surface of the earth, suppose we are moving towards the surface of earth at a depth d. Suppose we are moving here, depth d, sorry, this depth is d. We know this whole is radius r. It becomes then r minus d. This r minus d, this is the center of earth. We are taking everything from the center of the earth. This is a point b here, point b here. That means if m is the mass, here we take m is equal to again mass of earth with radius, जिसका रेडियस कितना होगा, with radius r. Okay, with sun and center o, and center of earth is o. Okay, here center of earth is o. सिर्फ हम ये सपोज करते हैं that g is the acceleration due to gravity at a point a on the surface of earth. G is acceleration due to gravity at point a on the surface of earth. ठीक है, ओके बेटा. Now we will see, as per हमने already deduce करें, g is equal to gm divided by r square, where g is the universal gravitational constant, m is the mass of the earth, r is the radius. Here why we are taking, basically r is the distance between the two bodies, where we are taking the radius. मैंने ऑलरेडी पिछले क्लास में भी आपको बताया, वी टेक एनी बॉडी above the surface of the earth if it is at the height of 20 kilometers above the surface of earth, but we are neglecting this because radius of earth is 6,400 kilometers as compared to 6,400 kilometers. We are neglecting this 20 kilometers. Basically here r is the radius of earth. Basically it is in practical sense, it is the distance between two bodies. This is one. If is, suppose this is, if rho is the uniform density, अगर मैं देखूंगा rho is the uniform density of the earth. If rho is the uniform density, किसकी earth, density of earth, then density किसके बराबर है, density is equal to mass divided by volume. Okay, और mass किसके बराबर है, mass हो गया volume into rho. Okay, mass, but volume here, it is, earth is of spherical, volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. If you remember, 4 by 3 pi r cube, r is the radius. Here we can take here mass of earth is 4 by 3 pi r cube rho. Okay, name this equation. When we substitute the value of equation second in equation first, substituting the value of equation second in equation, substituting 2 in equation first, we get g is acceleration due to gravity. g m के बगैर 4 pi r cube rho, 3 में नीचे लिखूंगा 3, और r square ऑलरेडी नीचे है, r square and cube cancel. Okay, ultimately we can get 4 by 3 pi r रो और g. 4 by 3 पाई r, एक 3 में से एक कैंसिल, 2 कट जाएगा, 4 by 3 pi r rho g. Name this equation third. This is the g. Okay. Now, similar lines we can move ahead. If G is the acceleration due to gravity at a point B, G dash here, G dash is acceleration due to gravity at a point B at a depth D below the surface. Below the surface. That means G dash is acceleration due to gravity at a point B below the surface. That means when we move towards a distance D towards the center of the earth, G dash we take a point B here. Suppose G dash is acceleration due to. Why it does not become G? Because its value goes on changing due to R. That is it behaves as R as well as M. ठीक है. That means हम यहाँ कर लेंगे if G dash is the acceleration due to gravity at a point B at a depth, नीचे कितने जा रहे हैं, डेप्थ D below the surface, but here देखो M is the total mass of this M dash is the mass of the smaller surface. This M dash is the mass of the and M dash is the mass of smaller surface. As per law G dash, G किस M यहाँ थोड़ा हो M dash हो जाएगा क्योंकि we have taken this M mass here. यहाँ बॉडी यहाँ है. That means M dash R square. R कितना होगा यहाँ से यहाँ तक, वो R minus D का whole square. I hope you have got it. G dash is equal to R minus D का whole square. Name this equation. कितनी equation है? It can be named as equation 4. Okay. I hope you have got it. But we know that M किसके बराबर होता है? मास कितना 4/3 पाई आर क्यूब रो. यहाँ आर बजे आर कितना बजेगा, आर हो गया R minus D का होल क्यूब. बस इतना फर्क हो जाएगा. और दैट मीन्स हेयर ऑल्सो R M dash is equal to 4/3 पाई R minus D क्यूब रो. ऊपर की तरफ मैं इस्तेमाल करूँगा जो मैंने ऊपर किया है ना इस्तेमाल, 4/3 पाई R क्यूब रो, वो M है लेकिन यहाँ M डैश है क्योंकि इसका मास कम हो जाएगा जब हम नीचे जा रहे हैं. 4/3 पाई R minus D क्यूब रो. I hope you have got it. When we substitute it here, when we substitute equation 5 in equation 4, substituting 5 in equation 4. When we substitute 5 in equation 4, I get G dash is equal to G. Okay. M dash and में 4 पाई R minus D का होल क्यूब रो. 3 में नीचे और नीचे है R minus D का स्क्वायर. M dash 4 पाई R minus D का होल क्यूब रो. नीचे हो गया 3 ये इसका और R minus D ऑलरेडी ये इसका, ये और ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा. दैट मीन्स 3 में से 2 कट जाएंगे. अल्टीमेटली वी कैन गेट 4/3 पाई R minus D L and G. Name this equation. Suppose this equation 6. Dividing equation 6 by dividing equation 5 by equation dividing 6 by G का है कौन सी equation 6 by 3. That means G dash divided by G. Equation 6 is 4 pi R minus D रो G divided by 3. इसको हम डिवाइड करेंगे कौन सा, ये इसका 4 पाई R L G डिवाइड बाई 3. जब इसको थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे 4 पाई ये R माइनस डी है, R माइनस डी रो G डिवाइड बाई 3 मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 3 डिवाइड बाई 4 pi r l g. This 4 pi and 4 pi rho g and rho g. Ultimately we can get g dash divided by g is equal to r minus d divided by r. Okay, you can also write g dash is equal g dash divided by g is equal to, अगर इसमें से r में कॉमन निकालूंगा, r इसमें कॉमन निकालूंगा, ये हो जाए 1 minus d by r, ये r नीचे है, r and r cancel. Ultimately we can get g dash is equal to g 1 minus d by r, d by r. Name this equation 7. From equation 7 it is clear when we move towards g dash, it is the acceleration due to gravity when we move towards the inside the earth. But we have seen that acceleration due to gravity goes on decreasing when we move towards the inside of the earth, because when we substitute this value of d, when we take here, it will take some value, it will become less than 1, less than 1. When it will become less than 1, that means value of g goes on decreasing. What will happen, what will happen where at the center of the earth, when we take any body at the center of the earth, this is the value of g goes on decreasing. When we take this body towards this at the center of the earth, when a body moves towards the center of the earth, it becomes here. If you remember this becomes here d is the depth becomes here g, so radius, depth becomes here radius. That means at the center of the earth, at the center of the earth, at center of earth, d becomes radius, because when we move towards take a body from here to here, this d becomes radius. When we substitute here at the center of the earth, we can get acceleration due to gravity at the center of earth. We write here g naught is equal to g 1 minus r divided by r. R divided by r is equal to 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. 0 multiplied by g, that means g dash is equal to 0. That means this acceleration due to gravity is 0 at the center of the earth. Therefore, weight of body is also 0 at the center of the earth. Therefore, acceleration due to gravity is maximum at the surface of earth, but is 0 at the center of the earth. I hope you have got it. Thank you very much.